Now that we've gotten our homepage ready to go for our class, we now want to take a look at the online orientation module. Of course, this module is not required, but this is a resource you can use if you'd like to help orient your students to using Zoom and some regular features on Canvas. The online orientation module includes a syllabus quiz to help students learn how to complete quizzes and submit answers through a variety of question types on Canvas. There's a discussion board practice activity to help students learn how to post and reply to a discussion board. There's also a collaborative classroom contract activity to help establish basic classroom etiquette in your classroom in a collaborative way, and also to help students access external URLs and use documents like Google Slides collaboratively. The last assignment is to practice submitting an assignment on Canvas. Students will have the opportunity to submit through a file upload, and you'll have the opportunity to provide feedback and then show them how to use that feedback by accessing the assignment. All of the directions for these assignments can be found in the teacher guide for online classroom orientation. I'm going to walk you through how to edit the Read the Syllabus quiz and the collaborative classroom document today. After this video, you can learn how to customize the discussion board and the assignment practice by taking a look at the teacher guide. Let's get started with the syllabus quiz. I'm going to open up that quiz. When that opens, I just need to click Edit, and there are two important parts to a quiz. The details are the directions students see, and the second tab are the actual questions in the quiz. The first thing we'll want to do is to look at this highlighted yellow text. This is the place where we will either insert a link from Google Drive or a file from Canvas to share our syllabus. If I don't want that formatting that's already there, I can highlight the text and go to A that's highlighted in gray and change the background color to nothing. Then I just need to go over to Files. And by now I should have already put my syllabus document in Files, so I just need to grab it. I'm just going to grab a PDF I already have in here because I don't have my syllabus already in Files. Once you've updated that piece, then our students have the materials they need to complete the assignment. They will read the syllabus and answer quiz questions based on that. If you think your students might need more specific directions or you need to adapt the language, you can put your cursor anywhere you'd like to highlight, delete, or keep editing like you would in any other text box. Click on Questions to edit the questions and click here to show question details. This shows you the question and the individual answers. After you have read through the questions, you can decide if they're appropriate for your level or your class. If you would like to edit any of the questions, you can click the pencil tool here to edit. You can change the question type here in the box. And as I mentioned, this quiz was designed to give students experience answering multiple question types. So this quiz includes multiple choice, true, false, fill in the blank, multiple choice, and matching. If you'd like to try other question types, you can add, and I'll show you how to do that. If you'd like to change the question itself, you can highlight here, backspace, edit the text. You could add some more detail. And if you would like to add another answer, you can simply click the blue Add Another Answer button and select. If you add another answer that becomes a correct answer, you just need to hover over next to the answer and click the green arrow to make that a possible option. I don't want this one, so I'm going to click Delete. If you'd like to delete any of the ones that are already in the quiz, you can do the same by hovering your mouse over the answer and clicking Delete. If you'd like to add a question, you can scroll to the bottom of the page and click New Question. Select the question type. We don't have an essay question, so perhaps you would like to add one. If you'd like to make it open-ended or get feedback, you could write the question in that way, or you could also ask for students to paraphrase one of the course outcomes, whatever you'd like. If you'd like to use a different question type, like multiple choice, it will bring up a list of options at the bottom. Again, you can add answers and make sure that the correct answer, if you have a discrete point question, select the green arrow. Again, I don't want this question, so I'm going to go ahead up to, well, actually I can cancel because I didn't save it. So now that I've finished my quiz, if I'm happy with the way that it is, I can click Save Here. And then when I go back to the main page, I can take a look at this section. Do I want this to be graded? Do I want a time limit? Do I want multiple attempts? Do I want students to see the correct answers after their multiple attempts, after each attempt, after each question? If I'm happy with this, I can be finished. If I would like to make any changes to these, then I can go back to the editor and change them under the details section. Because this is a first week assignment, you'll probably want to set the quiz with a due date to make sure that students can submit quizzes before you give your first graded quiz. So go ahead and choose a date from the calendar. Choose a time. And now you've completely customized the quiz. Our quiz is ready, so if we'd like to go back and customize the other item in the module, we'll take a look at the collaborative classroom contract. This is the assignment that students will see, but in order to prepare this classroom contract document, we'll need to take a look at the teacher's guide because it contains the teacher materials for this. When we go to the module, we'll see that one of the documents is called Teacher's Guide for Online Classroom Orientation. I included this tag to say that you should leave this unpublished because this is for you and you don't need students to see it. These are the directions for the other assignments that we've covered, but I'd like to take a look at this one. The first step is to open the Google Slides document. This is a read-only file, so you can't make any changes to it. The first thing we need to do then is to go ahead and follow the directions on the first slide. The directions on the first slide tell us that we need to go to File, make a copy, and we'll make a copy of the entire presentation, and we'll call it whatever we would like. I'll just call this document whatever I'd like, so I might call it, right, and then it will go to whatever folder I'd like, and click OK. Then I will have my own version of the document I can edit. Once that loads, then we'll just need to make a couple quick edits so this is customized for our class. The first thing we'll want to do is grab this teacher direction box. This is a text box, so when we click on that and it highlights in blue, you can click backspace or delete on your keyboard and that will go away. I'm just going to grab this text box and move this up to make sure that this handout looks nice and neat for my class. So I'm going to drag this up here, and then just a couple quick things we'll need to update. In the directions, I have a certain number of rules or guidelines I'd like my students to work on in the assignment. If I have a higher level class, I might give them more. I might just give this class 3 guidelines to work on together, and since they're not going to need a whole lot of time to write 3 at level 5, I'll give them about 5 minutes to work on this. I might just go back and bold those in case they miss it. So in the assignment, the students are going to go into breakout rooms or groups and write guidelines that they would like in different categories, like attendance, assignments, breaks, screen time, participation, or anything else. These are the categories that I selected, but you could edit those by changing each box. There is one handout for each item, so when the students work on attendance here, the other students at the end of the activity will vote if they'd like to keep those or not, and the final guidelines will go into this classroom contract template. So if you make a change here, make sure that you also make a change to the title, description, and example in the corresponding slide. Let's come back to the template. This is one page that you can use as a resource to refer back to show a final draft of your classroom contract. And the only thing you need to edit before class is to insert the name of the class. And after the students finish, then you can just copy and paste their guidelines from their individual slides over into the final draft document. Now that we have updated this document, we need to add it to the assignment for our students. So we'll click on the yellow share button. Some of our students are not going to use their UD emails for Google Drive, so we want to click the down arrow and more to change our sharing permissions, and we'll change this to on anyone with the link. This document will still be private, but all of the students who have the link can then go in and make edits without the annoying extra step of asking for your permission to access. Now we'll click Save, and we'll just copy the link by that button. The link is on my clipboard. So now we can go back to Canvas. We can go back to the module to see the assignment. This is again what the students see. When we open that up, we'll click Edit. The directions, step 1, say open a Google Slides document. So we will highlight text, Control V to link the Google Slide document. And we can erase this text here. Now that we have inserted the link, then we have the same directions we had in the document. We can change the number of classroom guidelines and the number of minutes here. And I will also go ahead and bold those as well. Now that I have updated this, I can take a look at the language, see if I think that it is appropriate for my level, and I can make edits anywhere I would like simply by highlighting, deleting, or typing additional text. To make sure that that is all complete, I will click Save. And now I have another updated classroom assignment. The last steps to update your online classroom orientation module will be to go into the discussion board practice and the assignment practice to take a look and see if that is suited towards your needs. Anything that you don't want to use this session, you can either unpublish or you can click the 3 dots to remove. For directions for the assignment and the the assignment and the discussion board practice, click on the classroom orientation materials. In addition to those things, there are also directions for a screen share icebreaker to help your students practice using screen sharing. And there's also some suggestions for how to do some warm-up and getting to know you activities using the private and group chat, because those are features that are very useful to many teachers, and this will help students easily familiarize themselves with those. So go ahead and scroll through the teacher's guide and make any changes that you'd like. Once you have done that, you'll be all ready to use this module for your class. Good luck this week, and I hope you find this resource useful.